Hey everyone, welcome to yet another video from Grassroots Education. My name is Aparna. In today's video, I'm going to help you understand how you can manage time in the writing section. And here are 4 tips that can help you do that. Let's get started with this video. But before that, if you want to take a look at my other writing lessons, it's there in the playlist here. And also, I've done a detailed masterclass. It's also tagged here in the same playlist. And if you want to attend a free masterclass with me on writing or any other section of the IELTS, the link to join that is in the description of this video. All right, let's get started with tip 1. So this particular tip, proper planning of an answer, is very general but very deep, and it's probably one of the most important things that can get you to manage your time efficiently. Now, by efficient and proper planning, I mean that your ideas and your sentence sequence has to be clear to you even before you start writing the answer. Let's say you are writing the academic writing task 1 and you have a graph and you're able to understand the key features. You are able to quickly figure out what you can combine, what you cannot combine, etc. These things you should plan and say, okay, this is what is going to come in my overview, and this is going to be my order of the sentences in the body paragraphs. Now, this I've done and structured for you for various example questions, and it's there in this playlist called Actual IELTS Writing Questions. So, when you do this as a planning exercise, while writing the answer, you're not blank, you're very clear about what sentence you're starting with. That saves a lot of time. Same goes with writing task 1 GT or the writing task 2 as well. So when your idea in the head is clear, it's all about detailing that idea. It's all about writing the main point first, followed by examples or explanations. So ideally speaking, for the task 1 area, you should be spending about 3 to 4 minutes in planning a whole answer, whereas for the task 2, it can go up to 5 minutes. Now anything more than that can waste your time. So hence, to get this right, make sure you have a question bank where you can use that, keep a timer, and see if you're planning your answers properly. And you will know that when you actually write an answer. So let me go to the tip 2 now, which is about keeping track of time at every single paragraph. So let's say you're clear about your ideas, sub ideas, examples, and explanations. You're clear about the sequence of your sentence. Now it's time to execute that properly. And for the task 1, you shouldn't be taking more than 15 minutes for writing the entire answer, which means your introduction and your overview should take you less than 5 minutes, and the body paragraphs should take you the rest of the 10 minutes. And this you should keep a track while you're doing your own practice. Same goes with your GT task 1. Spend about 5 to 7 minutes on a single paragraph. Don't spend more time than that, because remember, in your GT task 1, you'll have to probably write 2 to 3 sentences per paragraph, not more than that. With your task 2, also you'll follow the same pattern. Your whole exercise of writing should take you about half an hour. And this means that you can split your time equally between the 2 body paragraphs. Let's say you take 10 minutes each for the 2 body paragraphs to write about 80 to 90 words. Your introduction and conclusion should take the rest of the time, because your introduction and conclusion are clear. I mean, the order of the sentences is not going to change, or it's not ambiguous. It's very clear about what you're supposed to write there. So that should take you less time. But in your planning exercise, you can do one more thing, which is my next tip. But I hope you're clear with the timing split about the body paragraph. So this is about writing the words that you may want to use in your sentences. Now, your idea in your head may be clear, your sequence is clear. You also write pretty quickly once you're clear with your ideas, but there's also another element to writing, which is vocabulary. And you can't keep repeating these words, right? So you'll have to think of paraphrased versions of a word from the question and think about what other words can describe your example, your explanation, or your main idea. So it's very important that you plan your words as well. And again, this should come in the planning exercise, not apart from that. So I'm just giving you this as a tip, because if I tell you that, just plan your ideas clearly and think of examples clearly, I'm missing out on this. Vocabulary is the heart of your sentence, whereas your ideas form the brain of the answer, right? So, unless you do well in your vocabulary, you're not going to score well. So, don't waste time thinking of words while you're writing. Rather, think of them before you write. Okay, so let's move ahead to the last tip of the day. So this is all about checking your work at the end of every para or at the end of every couple of sentences. You should be checking your work then, rather than keeping this exercise reserved towards the end. Now, what happens when you check your work, in the beginning itself, and you're checking it periodically, is that you're avoiding any mistakes with the structure. You're avoiding mistakes with spellings and with grammar. Because when you read a whole answer, you get intimidated by your own work, by your own handwriting, by your own whatever you've typed. It's just that it makes it hard for you to figure out the mistakes that you've made. And by then, you've already made your mind up to either end the test or, finish the other task in the writing test. When you're doing this, you can also check for grammatical range, whether you've used passive voice, whether you've used conditionals, and all of these different structures that are good for you for your grammatical range score. So, this helps you reduce the panic towards the end of the test. But again, this reviewing exercise should be very quick, because your whole writing exercise should get done in 30 minutes for task 2 or 15 minutes for task 1. Okay, all right then. So that's it about today's tips. I hope these tips helped you, and I hope you implement these and let me know if they work for you. I'll see you guys in another video. But if you want to be evaluated or helped by me for the writing area, leave a comment or fill the admissions form, and we'll contact you and help you understand the whole coaching program. All right then. Bye bye. Have a great day.